There's something really great and rewarding in following one's instinct. At least I have a very scientific and engineering background and trying to follow logic and reasoning. And then when I start to do weird things like today, skiing after the fox trail in the snow, and then I end up finding a fox nest in the ground, that's somehow really rewarding. Like these everyday adventures that I didn't like fully plan. I just went out skiing because I wanted to, and it was a sunny day today, and luckily still is, although the sun is setting soon. But giving space for these like everyday small miracles, like finding the neighbor fox house or whatever it is. I think we have these small clues and trails. It's not always like maps printed on paper, but also what we see surrounding us, like, hey, that's an interesting road I have not taken, or another alley, or another route home. We can find a lot of beauty regardless if it's in the nature or in the cities. And we often make this distinction between the nature and the city, but I think that's also good to remember that there is no clear boundary where the nature ends. Naturally, we think that green plants mean something nature, and if there is a lot of trees, then it's a forest, and only few and some grass makes maybe a park. But after all, what is a city? It's just a place where more trees have been cut down and there is more concrete. And what is concrete? It's like artificial stones. So basically we're still living in caves, but instead of finding them in the mountains, we dig the ground up and mix them with some water and make blocks that make it easy to build our modern caves. And then when we do those side by side, we have a city. But it doesn't stop being nature. Like, there are no green plants in a desert and it's still nature. So keep that in mind when you're longing for nature next time, that it's just different. And maybe you have a river or a seashore in your city. Naturally, we want to, or most of us want to have some open spaces and some greenery, some water. So it does very good. I think there is plenty of research even that from hospitals that the patients who had views to the garden side and greenery were on average healing faster than the patients who only saw the wall of the opposite building. So going in the specific kind of nature that where all the trees have not been cut down still has a big purpose. But again, we don't need to be prisoners of our own thinking, like, oh, I've lived so far from nature, so I can't get there. Let's try to see what is there in the nature that is around us, where we are in each moment. Let's try to make most of that. I guess that's the message for today. Thanks for joining in. See you.